There we go. First one's in. Who's in? Who just jumped in and joined me? So excited to have you here. So again, we're going to start the workout. We've got about 5 minutes before the workout begins. And it's so good to have you here. Excited for today's workout. It's Terrific Tuesday. It is an exciting workout I got today. Hey, good morning. Bob Eubanks is here. Bob, you're the first one in today. And Angie, great to see you as well. So super excited about today's workout. Bob Schrader, good to see you. How's your son, Ben? Hope he's doing well as well. So I think you're on his computer, but on your account. I'm going to take a guess at that one. Howdy, Bob. Yeah, it's my cowboy accent is really good. I'm going to get off my horse and drink my milk. Howdy, boy. Bob, that may come a thumbs down now from that one. I would certainly give it a thumbs down. I wouldn't have survived very long being a cowboy in this country. Ken, great to see you here as well. Hey, Betsy's here. George, good morning, George. I hear, George, you had to... hey, Betsy. George, I hear that you're going in for an operation. You got to have... Is it your knee or your hip? I think it's your hips, you said. Sorry to hear that. And we're going to do a couple of exercises today for drop foot and to be able to lift, get those toes up a little bit, or at least work on it, because we know it's a project. We know it's a mission, Bob. Yep. That's great. Jessica Jones. Welcome, Jessica Jones, all the way from up north. I got to tell you, Jessica, I went out this morning. It was 32 degrees going around Westlake, going around the actual lake. It was freezing. And my fingers were freezing, my toes. I guess I should have put some shoes and gloves on. But anyway, that's beside the point. Socks would have helped too. But anyway, it was freezing. And then I came back and got into the shower. You ever been in a shower and you don't want to get out? I mean, it feels so good. And the hot water's coming down. And you're like, oh, I've got to get out of here and get ready to come and teach class. And the only motivation I have is you, because otherwise I'd still be in that shower. But it felt so good. Oh, George, your hip. So George, Bob Eubanks is on here. Bob, you can say hi to George. Bob has had both hips replaced. And there's a little bit of an expert at that. But the expertise also comes in recovery from having 2 hips replaced. So it's awesome. Awesome. Hopefully that you're going to get that done, because it means you'll get back on your road to recovery. Obviously, I'd love for you not to have it done. But if you're going to have it done, get it done as soon as possible, because then we can get you back on the road to recovery again. In here, Pat. Good morning, Pat. Great to see you here always. Rosa, lovely to see you here, and all the 60 Up family. We are a family, and that's what makes this so special. They say that, what is it? Blood is thicker than... Okay, I'm not even going to go, because I don't know. I try not to bleed too much. Bob saying, hey, George, good to see you. Ildi, lovely to see you. I think it's the first time coming to my class, and you've been incredible. I know you're a big fan, understandably and rightfully so, of Debbie. So it's great to see you here as well. Thanks for showing up. Oh, Larry, be gentle. This is my first time. I've never heard that before. So thank you so much for being here. I know I saw you here one time before. We were talking about Lucky on the golf course. And I know Bob loves to play. Of everyone, you'll notice that Bob Eubanks has joined us again today, which is great to have Bob here. So feel free to ask him questions as well. Kurt, good morning. Great to see you here. I hope it's warmer in Arizona than it was this morning out here in California. It was 32 degrees when I was out this morning. It was freezing. George, you just said to Bob, you're an inspiration. Absolutely, Bob is. But I will also tell you, George, you're an inspiration to so many people as well. And I know Bob loves hearing the stories of success, because it inspires him as well. Because this whole project and the whole 60 Up came because of Bob and I creating a program that worked for him. And it grew so much that it started working for thousands and thousands of people. So that's great. Chad, hello from Austin. I thought your name was Chad. Do I call you Austin now? Is it Austin or is it Chad? Just joking. I know it's Texas. I heard great things. I've never been to Austin, but I heard it's fantastic. And my sense of humor, as you can tell, is struggling a little bit. Maybe the cold outside is still in my brain. George, X-rated. Bob says, make sure they do your hip anteriorly. That means going through the front, not going through the back. If anybody wonders what that is. Okay, so I don't want to stand around talking too much today because I'm not even standing, I'm actually sitting. But I'm excited about today's workout. It's a very simple workout. Tuesdays is normally a basic workout. For those of you that are advanced, going back, I had an incredible meeting yesterday with a doctor. His name was Dan, Dr. Dan down in San Diego, and had a fantastic meeting with him. He absolutely loves the board, and he gave me an adjustment while I was there as well. And I'm excited. Showing him yesterday how many exercises we can do, he was blown away. And I think we're going to be engaging with more and more doctors as it goes on because they're all loving the 60 up. Bob Eubank says it's great to watch bats in Austin. I didn't know they played softball out there. But anyway, another story. Craig, good to see you here, Craig. Anyway, we're going to get on with this workout. But I always have a message, or I try to have a message each day, unless it's just let's just go to work. My message today is very, very simple. The message is love it. That's it. Love it. The more I think about it, the more you love, the more you love. And it's so simple. And I'm being serious when I say this. See, we know with neuroplasticity and the way the brain changes and our thought process determines our actions and how we feel about our actions, and then how we feel will then determine our actions. So it begins to evolve more. And we have so much character that can be developed as to who we are, how we behave, how we feel, how we react. And that's why I say, love it. You've got to do stuff anyway. Every day you do stuff. And look, I have a hard time picking up my clothes off of the ground. Do I love it? Well, what I've now learned to do is I love the process because of the end result. When my clothes are up off of the ground, okay, and I've actually washed them or put them away, not just shoved them under the bed. But when I've actually lifted my clothes off the ground and I see the room, I love that feeling. So if you love the feeling, love the process. Working out, it's the same thing. Love it. Even if it's a challenge, even if it's frustrating, love it. Because the end result will only be as great as the journey it took to get there. So my message today, love it. Whatever it is, love it. Because the more you love, the more you'll love. So with that being said, let's get on with the workout today. Okay. As you know, let me just turn this off a little bit. As you know, Tuesdays are education days as well as going through exercises because I want you to understand more how the 60 up works and also what you're doing, why you're doing, and then when I'm not around or Kathy isn't around or Debbie isn't around, fantastic, you can still get on the board and begin to improve who you are and how you are. I think I did say hi to Rosa. Hi, Rosa, and Bob Eubanks. There you go. All right, the gloves go on. And this is the first exercise we're going to do. Very, very simple. And again, I've turned the music off today because I really want to take the time for you to hear what I'm saying. So the first thing we're going to do, I just want you to rock on your toe and rock on your toe. Rock on your toe, rock on your toe. Now, if I do this sideways, you'll notice all I'm doing is pushing up one toe. We're loosening up the feet. And this is an exercise that I'll do with my soccer players as well, just to get them used to and get the feet moving, because your feet is the basis or are the basis of all movement. So what I want you to do now is just roll the knee out, keep your toe on the ground, your heel won't touch the ground, and I want us to loosen that ankle up. Our alignment, which I was learning yesterday from Dr. Dan, really comes from our ankles going into our knees, through our hips, and we want to have, if one piece is tight, stiff, or out of alignment, it affects our back and our spine. And so many times back problems are coming from ankles, knees, and hips not being in alignment. Okay, here we go again. Just push those feet up, just rolling through. And again, we're starting really slow today because I really want to get your body moving and get your body, more importantly, feeling and sending that messages to the brain as to how you feel. Good, now let's just go a little bit faster. There you go, just loosening up. And it's a little cold this morning. When I came back from being outside, even in the house was a little cold. I'm like, oh, I got to do a really tough workout because I want to get the sweat going. But after getting out of the shower, I feel so warm. It's great. Okay, next exercise. This is called a toe heel rock with one foot. So I'm going to do it from the side. Just watch for a second. I go up on my toe. I pull my toe up. And all I'm doing, I'm rocking back. And if you notice, my hips will lean back as I do it. Great exercise just to, again, stretch out the Achilles and the calf. So here we go. Put your right foot a couple of inches in front of your left. Now rock up and push your butt back. So I'm here, and as I push my butt back, I'm rolling and pulling that toe up. There you go. Just roll and pull it back. Couple more. Good. Bring your right foot back to your left. Move your left about 2 inches in front. Now, rock up on your toe, push your butt back, and pull the left toe up. If I'm here, you'll see. I go up on my toe, I rock. I've moved my foot a little bit too far ahead because my right foot really shouldn't move at all. I'm just pushing up and back and feeling the front of that leg and getting those muscles involved. There you go. Good. Now what I want you to do is we're going to alternate that. So bring the toe up, push the butt back, go up on your toe, push your butt back. So we're going up, back, back. So push your hips forward, hip forward, back, hip forward, back, hip forward, back, hip forward, butt goes back. So it's left, heel, toe right, toe heel, toe left, toe heel, toe right, toe heel, toe left, and rest it here. Good. Now the next exercise, you're going to step back from the board a little bit further, put your hands on the board, and what I want you to do is push your foot forward and bring your toe up. My leg goes straight. Let me show you from the side before we start. I'm pushing on the ground, I'm pulling the toe up. Again, great exercise for drop foot because we start with the foot pushing on the ground and then try and maintain that angle and then lift the heel, push the heel. So it's like we're pushing the ground or pushing the dirt away from us. So you ready? We're going to go 10 on the right foot. Here we go. And 1, and push 2, and push 3, and push 4, and 5. Push that sole, 6. Push the sole, 7. Push that sole, 8. Push the sole, 9. And push the sole, 10. Now, one thing I want you to notice, which you may not have noticed, look how much my left leg or your left leg was working, because every time you leave the ground, the right leg now is going to have to learn to balance. So you ready? Here we go. Left foot. Push and down. Push the heel. Down. Push the heel. Down. So push and try and pull that toe back. Even with the momentum, see if you can pull that toe back just a little bit. That's 7. 8. And notice your balance on your right leg. 9. And last one, 10. Good. Let's go back, stand a little closer to the board, and just rock those feet out again. Great warm-up. Again, remember, the very first point of contact that you have when you stand up with your balance and the floor is your feet. So we want to give extra attention to the feet and help the metatarsals begin to move and feel that suppleness in the feet. Remember, suppleness helps build strength. Suppleness helps build strength because until you can move everything, you can't really strengthen it. Good, let's go on to the next exercise. All we're going to do, watch for 1 second, lift the foot, tap behind number 1, and bring it down. Now, for those of you that have drop foot, because I hear it a lot, think about when you lift your foot, think about trying to bring your toe to the edge of the board and then tap. So I'm pushing my toe along the edge of the board and then drop, because that resistance of the board will help you push and keep that foot up, and try and hold it till you tap. Are you ready? We're just going to go straight into tapping, but we're going to go slow. Right foot, here we go. 1, down, left, 2, down. Now take your fingers, if you feel confident and comfortable, and place them on the top of the poles. So we're not really balancing by holding the poles. They're just there for security, but you can always grab them if you feel like I'm beginning to fall, I can grab them. There you go, good. We're gonna go 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, now the next one we're gonna do for tapping, the same thing. I'm gonna now put your thumbs on top and keep your fingers out as if you were flying. You can always grab the poles, and if you want to grab the poles, always do. This is just if you want to advance it. So my thumbs are here and my fingers are playing the piano. Now, watch what we're gonna do with the feet. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, and down. So we're engaging the brain and the body movement with balance on the left leg and change of foot position on the right. Are you ready? So thumbs are on, here we go, right. 1, 2, 3, 1, down. Left foot. 1, 2, 3, 1, down. Right foot. 1, 2, 3, 1, down. And left foot. 1, 2, 3, 1, down. Now, for some of you, I know that's a little advanced, but it's great because it's training the brain to adjust. Because my foot goes to the side, if I'm here on 1, I can't be here in the same position and touch 3 because I'll begin to fall over. So as I go from 1 to 3, notice how my body counteracts the change off center by leaning slightly. So we're training the body to be balanced in different angles and build the strength in the feet. But I'm going to advance this. So now, while you're doing the 1, 2, 3, 1 down, I want you playing the piano. Your thumbs are on top of the pole so you can grab it if you need. Are you ready? What tune are you going to play? I heard that it was Beethoven's birthday the other day. Was it Beethoven or Mozart? Anyway, here we go. I'm playing the piano, and let's go the 1, 2, 3. Keep those fingers moving. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1. Left foot. 1, 2, 3, 1, and again. Now we're multitasking the brain to get used to being balanced and moving and doing activities with the hands as well at the same time. So it could be, I'm walking over to the kitchen, I'm going to reach out, I've got to lean up into the counter, and I'm going to pick up a couple of spoons and forks that are there. So good. One more time through. So we're getting that brain to be active, not just on balance, but on activity with balance. There, and good. Come back. I can tell you, my forearms are sore, so just shake those hands out. I can feel they've tightened up because of that activity, but we're strengthening up the grip. Great stuff. Okay, next one we're going to do. All I want you to do is take the board, push it to the right, step on 2, and lift your knee. And we're going to come back down. Now we're going to step on 2, lift the knee, come back down. So we're just 2, lift, back, down. 2, lift, right foot, and right, up. Now, this is interesting because, George, you're going off to get your hip surgery done, but I know there's a lot of people that I hear from that say they have tightness in the hips. You know, they've had either surgery, they're trying not to have surgery, or they want to loosen up the hip because they feel really tight. Sometimes that can be from sitting down more than you were used to. And in the sitting position, the hip tends to stay in one-dimensional direction, and that stops you from being able to, when you stand up, be loose. So now, just rest for a second. This is what we're going to do. We're now going to do a little hip loosener. Just watch 1 second. We're going to step on 2, lift the knee, touch the pole, bring the knee back and down again. So what we're effectively doing is this motion. We're loosening the hip up to allow you to get flexibility in the hip while on the board and balancing. So let's go slow to begin. Your right foot, step it up, lift the knee. Now bring it across, bring it back and bring it down. Now let me just explain one thing, because I realized when I did it, something I need to explain. As I come up and bring my foot, don't keep your foot by your knee and twist, because that will tend to twist your waist. What I want you to do is hold your foot out in front of you and then rotate, and that will work more the hip, because now it's a leg movement rather than it being here and a knee twist into here. Okay, does that make sense? And again, if you want to, you can make it feel like a little circle. So let's go back to the right leg, and we're going to go right leg, then left leg. Let's start slow. Are you ready? And step, lift, touch, back, and down. Let's go left leg. Step on 2, lift, leg stays out in front, and back down. And 1, 2, open, back, down, and step, lift, touch, back, down. One more each side. Step, lift, touch, back, down, and step, lift, touch, back, down. Now, we're going to advance this even more for those of you that want to, and it's not really that much harder. We're going to try and make it one movement so there's not a stop and hold. I'll show you one time. So we're going to step and roll the hip and back. So when you step up, just keep that leg going. We're also strengthening here the hip flexor. We're working on our balance. You'll feel your core, especially your lower abs, begin to get involved, because as you lift your knee, those abs get involved as well. Are you ready? Here we go. Step up. 2. Now circle, circle, bring it back down. Right leg, lift and circle straight away, and back down. Lift, circle, circle, back down. Step, circle the knee. It's kind of like a half circle, right? So I make the circle halfway, and back down. We got 3 more to go. That's 1. Here we go. 2. Last one coming up on the left-hand side. Step, circle, circle, and down. Great job. So that really is the end of our warm-up. Getting the body loosened up, getting the ankles, getting the feet, having a little bit of pressure on the calves, and then go into the hips so we get our alignment and begin to loosen up areas that often restrict us from balance. And if your balance is restricted, so is your movement. Okay, grab a quick drink of water. I'm going to say a quick hi to people that came in. Beth, great to see. Amy. Oh, you had such a hard time waking up. Absolutely. Oh, Bob reminded us. Lily Tomlin on the Ellen Show. I think so many people saw that. We had great messages, so thanks for that. And then Carol. Great to see you here, Carol. Thanks so much for being here. And Amy, you having a hard time waking up lately? Well, don't wake up lately. Wake up early. So if you're having a hard time waking up lately, Okay. I still got cold in my brain. Beth, you're here for the live. Great to see you here doing that one. Amy, you just said the shingles shot you got yesterday doesn't help. I heard that's painful. I've had shingles before, and that is painful. So I hope that works. Deborah, great to see you. You made it. Bonnie, great to see you here again. Dan, my dog does that exercise when I let him out in the morning. I don't want to ask what exercise, Bob, but I'm sure it goes wee. Okay. Next exercise we got getting up. What I want you to do now, this again is a hip strengthener. So I want you to step your foot on number 2 and bring your left foot to number 1. Now all we're going to do is slide the foot and lift it to the side and bring it back. Now what you'll notice here is we're slightly off angle. So we put a little bit more strengthening on the hip on the right foot. And as we go to the side and lift, we're working that hip joint again in here, but we're working what's called the abductor muscle. The abductor muscle is really any muscle in the body that moves the body away from the center alignment, from the middle to more the outside. So this is abductor movement just to strengthen the hip. And you'll notice the leg you're standing on is also working. You've got some strength going in the outside of the hip. Good. Let's go one more. Good. Bring your left foot to number 2. Push. Bring your right foot to number 1. Now again, remember, you slide your foot on the board and then lift it off. Here we go. 1 and 2. Slide that foot. 3. The nice thing about sliding the foot, 4, is that there's a little bit of friction, 5. So you get a little bit more work on the muscle. 6, 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Good, bring it back. Now, we're going to change this up because I want to get movement going. So bring your right foot to number 2, left foot to number 1. Now, just watch how this works. I lift, I bring down to 2, I change feet. I lift, I bring down to 2, I bring my foot to 1. So it's 2, down, 1. Push, down, join the feet. Wide, step, join the feet. Are you ready? Let's start on the right hand side. And what I love about this exercise is we are strengthening the abductors. We're moving away from the center, keeping balance. But on the way down, we have to control that muscle and control the leg because we don't want to bring it all the way back. We have to then place it. I just hit the pole. Are you ready? Here we go. So push the leg, bring it to 2, step, bring together. Push, bring to 2, bring to 1, together. Push, step, join. Push, step, join. Push, step, join. And keep the movement. It doesn't have to be really big. As we push and lift, the muscle is naturally contracting because it's getting tighter, right? We're lifting, it tightens and then it loosens up. So push, here, down. Push, here, down. Last 2, here, down, and push, here, down. Good. Bring your right foot back to number 2, and let's just rock side to side just to loosen it up a little bit. Take a little bit of that tightness away. And what I want you to do is push your hip, which causes the board to move. Don't change the pressure on your legs. Push your hip to the left, push your hip to the right. Now what we're doing is we're stretching out the hip. I stretch on the left, I stretch on the right, so we're loosening up the muscles that we're just working by giving a little stretch. And just for your knowledge, and you probably know this, stretching also allows blood flow to go to the area, which means that the work being done is being fed oxygen. You're getting nutrients going to that area because obviously the blood is carrying the nutrients as well to be able to maximize the work you're doing and strengthen. And at the same time, we're building mobility and suppleness, which we know builds strength. Good. Come to one-on-one. Just rock side to side, your knees, imagine you're skiing, and we're about to go into a little bit of our cardio workout. So this is going to be a 1-minute walk. Just keep rocking, side to side, loosening those hips up while I explain what we're going to do. Now from here, you can either just lift your heels up. The foot, when the heel touches the board changes angles. You can lift your feet so your toe is just left on the board, or you can lift your feet up. Or if you're more advanced, you can go into a little run. Are you ready? Here we go. We've got 1 minute to go. And start walking. I'm going to start just with my toes staying on the board, but my heels coming up. Getting that heart rate up just a little bit. There you go. Good. Now I'm going to speed it up, because what we're doing is we speed it up. We're getting the brain to send the messaging to the feet. I want to go faster. Change, 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 change. And we know brain activation through the body, through the proprioceptive connection, will increase our ability to move and at the same time feel the balance. Now what I want you to do is start to run just a little bit if you feel like it. I'm going to lift my feet off of the board. And again, holding onto the handle so you feel safe. Very good. Here we go. We've got 20 seconds left to go. Can you go? If you want to stay going slow, if you're feeling a little dizzy, if you want to stop, please step off of the board and join back in when you feel good. But you're doing great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And bring it back down and go back to the rocking side to side. Whew. That's a good little heart rate builder. Now let me give you a tip as we're rocking here. During the day, it's sometimes great to get on and just do that exercise because we know keeping the heart rate going helps oxygenate the body. When I say the heart rate, I'm talking about increasing. The more the heart beats within safety, obviously, the blood will pump fast around the body. The blood carries the oxygen. So even if you're walking past the board and you feel warmed up or you feel good, step on the board and just do that little running exercise, just small, not even lifting your feet, just to get that heart rate going. And you'll feel how the stamina begins to grow day after day, and you feel so much more energetic as you increase from 1 minute to 2 minutes to 5 minutes to 10 minutes. to an hour, to 2 hours, to 6 hours, Okay, I understand, I hear you. Okay, let's step back off of the board with your right foot. Let's grab a quick drink of water, because anytime, again, you increase your heart rate, you're slowly dehydrating because of the heat that's leaving your body. And so, it tastes so good. Okay, we're on to the next exercise. Next one is going to be a little tough. Again, we're focusing, and I chose these exercises specifically for today's workout because I wanted to focus on, again, you know, the ankles, the toes, the suppleness in the feet. I want you to try and put your feet one to one, and I want you to go up on both toes and down. Now, for some of you, I know you're having a really hard time pushing on your toes. So what I want you to do is rock your knees forward. If you can't go up on your toes, push those knees forward and feel the pressure going into the board. And at the same time, you are trying to balance. So even though you're wobbling, and I am wobbling, again, it doesn't matter because we're correcting as we're going. I begin to feel it's going to the left. I'll try and correct it, overcorrect it. So we're constantly going. For those of you that can, let's go up on the toes. That's 1 and down, and 2 and down, and 3 and down, and 4 and down, and up 5. Good. Make sure your body doesn't go ahead of the poles. You don't want to be leaning through. Think of going up the back of the pole. So my body is kind of going up in line with the pole, and I can use those poles if I want a little bit to help me push up a little bit higher. Let's go one more. Here we go. You're going to go one more and down. Good. Now what I want you to do, keep your left foot where it is, put your right foot on the edge of the board, and just stretch out that calf. The way that would work is I'm here, I push down with my heel, but the ball of my foot is on the edge of the board. Keep your weight on your left leg forward. If I put it on my right leg, the board will move. So keep your weight on the left leg and just stretch out that calf. Let's change feet. Right foot goes behind number 1. Left foot goes on the edge of the board. Bend the the right leg. Take a quick little look, make sure the ball of the foot is on the edge of the board, my weight is forward, and I just feel that little stretch in my calf. Hopefully you can feel it. I feel this great. Good, let's change. We go to 1, bring the right foot again. Just give it that quick little stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7. Or we do it in dog seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and let's change. That was dog seconds. Here we go. 10. 9, 8. Bob, is this how your dog counts? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because we know dog years are 7 to 1. All right, we're going to do the next exercise, which is for calves as well. What I want you to do is take your left foot and put the toe on the ground so you can feel that toe and just go up on your toe. We're trying to go on one foot and push up. But because you've got your toe of your left foot on the ground, you're able to help a little bit. We want to focus on one leg if we can. Here you go, right, go up. We've got 3, 1, and just right foot, 2, and right foot, 3. Good, change it up. Put your left foot flat, push on the left. Put your right toe on the board, but push with your left foot. And at the same time, you can use the right toe to help you. 1, and 2, and 3. Let's change feet. Right foot flat, left toe, and 1. And you can use the poles a little bit as well to push down if you need to. 3, let's push the other side. Right toe comes up. 1, and 2, and 3. One more time. Now, for those of you that want to advance this, take your left foot off, bring it next to your calf, and go on up. If not, keep your toe here. Are you ready? And 1, and 2, and pushing up. Here we go. 3, excellent. Now keep it strong. Bring the left foot across. Remember, if you want to keep it basic, keep your right toe on the ground. If you want to advance it, bring your right foot next to your left ankle. And up. 1, and 2, and last one, push up. 3, good. Bring your feet down. Just go to 1 and 1 and just rock it out. Now, one of the things that's great about this, and the fact that the board is slightly off center, you'll notice how you're having to change your pressure points, and your brain is figuring out, I could feel my pressure was on my little toe. I moved it a little bit to my big toe. I did it too much to my big toe. I found the middle, but had the strength on the outside and inside to control that push up. Invaluable for walking, running, standing, because pressure points will allow you to constantly stay in balance. So great job on doing that one. Okay, we're going to do the next exercise. Push down with the left foot, step back with the right. Shake those legs out a little bit, because I know we had quite a good workout already. And what I want you to do is take your right foot, push the board to the right, put the ball of your foot on the edge of the board, and just push the heel to the ground to give that other stretch, or that extra stretch, I should say, for the calf, because we just did a couple of sets of calf workout. Good. Change side. Push the board to the left. The ball of the left foot on the back edge of the board. Push the heel to the ground and feel that stretch. It's funny because I'll say, I love stretching. The calf stretch feels so good. And then I'll do it and I'm like, oh, that's the best stretch ever. Then I'll do my hamstring stretch and go, oh, that's the best stretch ever. Then I'll do my neck stretch. Oh, that's the best stretch ever. So we know stretching is good no matter what you're doing. Okay, next exercise. What I want you to do, put your right foot on number 1. Take your left foot behind. And what I want you to do is bend both knees and stand up and bring your your knees together. Then step back. You're going to do a bend. You don't have to do it yet. We're going to start. I'm just showing you what it is. Okay, so put your left foot back. Here we go. We're going to do 3 of these. Are you ready? Bring your knee and go back. Bring your knees together and step back. Last one. Bring your knees together and step back. Let's change feet. And I am going to be changing this and advancing it. So make sure this is good. Put your left foot on number 1. I'm going to move my right foot back a little bit. Now, I bring my knees together. When you go back, bend both knees so it's like you're going through the middle. And number 2 goes back. And number 3 goes back. Good. And come and stand up. Bring both feet back to the ground again. So let me show you how we're going to advance this, because you've got the movement. We're going to change the strengthening of the leg to help you change the direction that you're going to be going, to strengthen the leg muscles for that change of direction. So the first one we're going to do, we'll step back a little bit. And again, I'm going to show you, then I'll have you join in. Step on 2, bend both legs, lift your knee, bring the leg behind, bring the leg together, step back, bring the leg together, across, up, and then we're going to come back. So we've got 4. The first one's up, the second one's behind, the third one's up, the fourth one's behind. Are you ready? Here we go. Step on 2, bring your knees together. Go behind, bring your knees together. Go behind, bring your knee together. Go across behind, together, and step off. Now we'll do the same with the left leg. Are you ready? Step the leg on 1. Now bring the knee together, take it diagonal behind. Bring the knee together, bring it straight behind. Bring the knee together, go diagonal behind. Bring the knee together and go back. Let's bring both feet together. Now you're feeling here, which is part of the class today, how when you cross diagonal behind, how the hips really work and strengthen to keep that balance. We're going to do it again. Are you ready? And right foot goes to number 1. Lift the knee together. Go diagonal. Knee together. Straight back. Knee together. Diagonal. And this is where we're working the outside of the hip together and step back. Step on number 1. I'm going to take my foot back slightly. Knee together. Diagonal. Knee together. Straight back. Knee together. Diagonal. Knee together. Straight back. And bring those feet together. Good. Grab a quick drink of water. I hope you enjoyed this. Like I say, this is a basic workout, going slow, understanding, but working the muscles and the dynamic tension as we're doing that. And then you celebrate with the best drink in the world. Or if you don't have that, we use water instead. Nope, water is the best drink in the world, I'm telling you, it's incredible. Okay, next one we're gonna do. I want you to go and grab a chair. If you don't have a chair, go grab a chair really quickly, or you can do this exercise without a chair by just squatting back. If I turn the board sideways, if I don't have a chair, I'm just gonna sit back as if I'm about to get out of a chair. This is our body angle to get out of a chair, and then stand up. So if you can't get a chair, but one thing that I always talk about now is for any of my classes, please have a chair available, because I want to do getting up out of a chair and moving. And you're going to see with this exercise, it's so simple, but it's dynamic. So here's my chair. I don't know how, but somebody told me I needed a chair for today's exercise, so I just happened to have one. That's pretty brilliant. Okay, I thank them very much. What I want you to do is sit in the chair, nice and easy. If you're getting a chair and you hear me talking, don't worry, we're going to do this for a couple of minutes, so you've got plenty of time, you can join in. What I want you to do is rock forward and then back. And as you rock forward, put the pressure on the ball of your feet. If you can't feel that, bring your feet slightly more underneath you. So I rock, and I'm about to push to stand up, and I can feel those feet on the ground. Now what we're going to do here is reach forward, grab the poles, and kind of just so you feel that your butt is coming off of the chair. So I rock, I push, I'm not pulling back on the poles, I'm pushing down on the poles. So as I rock to here, I push down into the ground. I don't want to pull them back towards me. Are you ready? Here we go again. Rock, push down, and what I'm doing, I'm developing strength in my arms to pull myself up. So rock, pull, come and sit back down again. And rock, almost up off the chair, and sit down. So that's the first part. Now, this is the next thing that I want you to practice. We're going to rock, but instead of grabbing the poles, you're going to push on your knees. So I'm going to rock, push on my knees, and sit down again. Very simple. What we're doing, we're taking some of the weight of our upper body off of the legs by using our upper body to push the weight up. That takes pressure and strength, or the need for strength, away from our legs and gets momentum going. Remember, when you push as well, and I'll show you in here, when you push, you're here, you're going to push this direction and then back. So I'm here, up, and you'll notice how my head is ahead of my knees. I'm pushing my head forward. Okay, we're going to do 10 of these. Are you ready? Great leg strengthener. And we've got 10. Here we go. Rock, slight push, that's 1. Slight push, that's 2. And push, that's 3. And 4. Remember, if you're not using a chair, just do slight knee bends as if you're sitting back. I think that's 6. And rock, that's 7. And rock, that's 8. We got 2 to go. Rock, that's 9. And last one, rock, and 10. Okay, good. What I want you to do is just take your legs, put them forward, so they're now on the board, and just shake those feet. Rock them out. We're loosening up the thigh muscles because you would have done quite a lot of work in there. That's awesome. Good. And just bring your feet back. We're going to advance this exercise now. Now we're going to go to a full standing position, and we're going to advance it from there. So let's do 3. Let me show you first what we're going to do. You're going to rock, put your hands on here. As you get to a point, grab the poles and stand up. Got it? Let me show you one more time. We rock, we push, we grab. Now, for those of you that need it just a slightly little bit simpler, all you're going to do is come up. You can grab the poles and pull yourself up that way if you don't want to use your knees, and you can grow off of that. Are you ready? Here we go. We're going to just do 3 of these. And push and grab. That's 1. Now hold on to the poles. Slowly go back down. And number 2, push, grab the pole, stick the butt out, go slowly back down. And the last one, push, grab the poles, and slowly go back down. Now this is quite a long workout today, but don't look at this as like, oh, I'm just sitting and standing. This is actually a workout. We're working the leg muscles, you're working the pressure into the ground, you'll feel those calf muscles engaging as you stand to push up, and you're engaging your upper body. So again, this is no different than a bodybuilder doing squats. We're doing squats, we're doing it from a seated position. We're going to do 3 more. And what we're going to do here is now work on sitting down slowly. So let me show you one time. You're going to rock, push, grab. You begin to sit down, put your hands on your knees, and let your hands control the weight going back. So again, you can use the upper body. So we're going up the ladder and down the ladder. Here we go. We're going to do 3. Are you ready? And push. 1, grab. Begin to sit, knees. That's 1. Push. Grab, begin to sit, hands on the knees, 2, and let that upper body control, help with the strength of the sitting. And last one, push up, that's 3, come and sit back down and go. Okay, so that's the 3 we've done. Now the last exercise we're going to do on this, and I love this one for me is fantastic, because normally when we stand up, we're going to turn to walk somewhere. You're getting up from the dinner table, you can't walk forward because you're going to walk right into the dinner table. So what we'd normally do is we'd push the chair back, we'd step up, and then we'd turn to go. And that's what we're going to work on today by incorporating the 60 up. Are you ready? Let me show you one time what we're going to do. You're going to push to stand up. You're going to step up on the board. You're then going to turn your foot 90 degrees, step to the side, bring your feet together, turn it back, and come and step back again. Let me show you the last part so you don't get confused. You'll step on the board. You'll turn your foot 90 degrees. You'll bring your feet. Notice how I keep hold of both poles so we're safe. Both feet together. Bring your left foot back into here. Then if we were going to the right side, we'd then step up with the right foot, turn the left foot 90 degrees, bring both feet together, come back and sit down. Are you ready for this one? We'll go through it really slow. We're going to do this 5 times each side, going only right to begin with. Here we go. Are you ready? And rock forward and stand, grab the poles. Left foot comes up to number 1. Right foot turns, press on the board, join the feet, push back, come back, bend the knees, hands on your thighs and sit down. Here we go, second one on the right. And push up, grab the poles, step on 1, turn, step, back, down, here. Take your hands on the knees, slowly down. That's 2. We're going to do these a little bit faster now. Are you ready? Push, step up, turn, touch, back, down. That's 3. Come to sit down. And we go again. 4. Push, grab, step, turn, push, back, down, down. Hands on the knees. Sit down, and last one on the right. Are you ready? Push, step up, step on the board. Right, left, left, back off of the board here, and step back down. Now, you've got the foot movement going, and again, this is a little bit, it's really brain activated because you've got to think what you're doing. So we're going to do it with the left. So the first foot you're going to step up, you're going to step with the right, and turn your left foot out. Are you ready? Here we go, 5 times. Step, push, grab. Right foot comes up, turn the left foot, begin to step, bring the right foot back, push, step, here, hands on the knees, and step back down again. Here we go. And push, step forward. Now I'm turning to go sideways. Oops, there, I see the dessert coming. I'm sitting back down at that dinner table. That's 2. So, the dinner's over. Great, we're up. I'm going to go off to the left towards the kitchen. Oh, I saw the amount of washing there is to do. I'm going to sit back at the dinner table because I don't want to be doing all that washing. Good, that's 3. And here we go. Step up, step with the right. Oh, look at that dessert. What's your favorite dessert? Man, there's a lot I'd love to have right now. Hands on the knees, sit back down. And last one going to the left. Remember, step up, right foot, left foot, and come across. And go a little faster. Up, step, turn, back, here, back, and go sit down. And there you go. So that's the end of the exercise for that. This can grow into a massive exercise. I'll give you an idea. Where we step up, you step, you begin to turn, you tap, You come back, you balance in this position to find it. So again, we're balancing in a turning position. Then we bring the foot back, we find balance, we step back down again. So we're always working on muscle strength in a balanced position, but we'll do that one another time. All right, I'm gonna step off, take your chair, move your chair out the way so you don't step back into it. Oops. And we're going into our second to last workout. Very, very simple workout again today, but I've got a new cool down I'm so excited to show you. And Kathy actually inspired me to continue to think, how can I evolve things? And so I've got a new exercise today that I can't wait to share with you, and it's great for golfers. If you play golf, this is a fantastic exercise. It's great for your posture, and that's part of our cool down. So I'm excited to show you that. Okay, so step up, go on 1 and 1. Oops, while we're doing that, I'm gonna put my timer back on because this is gonna be a timed exercise for the last one. So what we're gonna do, we've now got a 3-minute workout to cool down. And this is gonna be a walking exercise. Just rock side to side as I'm talking. Keep that heart rate going. What's gonna be crazy in here, crazy good, is when you go outside, you don't wanna be able to walk to the end of the driveway and then have to stop because you're out of breath. You want to be able to walk down to the end of the driveway, walk down, see your neighbors, say hi to your neighbors, go see the changing color of the leaves, feel that fresh air in your face, feel the warmth of the sun coming through that cold air, and see the deer running across. If you live out in the countryside, obviously, or watch out for the cars if you live in LA. So there's so much beauty around us. We want to enjoy it and not be struggling. So this is a stamina builder. Are you ready? Here we go. We're going to just walk for 30 seconds. Like we were doing before. If you want to run or speed it up, you can. If you're going to go slow, but I want you to feel this at the edge of your comfort zone. So you want to feel like your heart rate's up. You should begin to get a little out of breath, but if you feel it's too much, slow down or stop or sit down. Safety is always first, but you're your best coach because you know what's happening. You feel your body, and each day it's okay to improve. Are you ready? Step back onto the floor. Now the same thing. We're just walking on the floor, and feel how solid the floor feels, having come from a board that's rocking. Now what used to be scary, the floor, suddenly feels so solid, and you feel so confident. And confidence in understanding how powerful you are is critical. You're not a victim of aging. You're a victim of wrong thinking until you change your perspective and then realize you've got so much more. Good. Step up on the board. Here we go. You're walking on the board. This is number 2. Set number 2, we got 3. So as I was saying, when you begin to realize that our thought process is really a victim of people telling us we can't be, instead of the messaging needs to be, you can be. And that's what's so critical to all of us, is don't be limited by age. Is age a reality? Of course it's a reality. But if I said to you, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? I've never met someone ever that said I'm older than I really am. Everyone says I feel younger. Good, step back off of the board. A little bit in here, walking. If you want to run, you can. Again, hold on to those poles. If you feel good and you want to let go of the poles, you can. But finishing up my thought, everyone feels younger mentally than they do physically. So let your brain lead the way and start saying, I can, because I know I'm stronger than people give me credit for. And don't let others take away the credit of who you are because you begin to believe them. Believe you. Good, step up, last set. I'm gonna run this one, but again, go at your own pace. Feeling really good. This is one of my favorite exercises on the board because it really does activate so many stabilization muscles. It gets the feet active. And look, if you have neuropathy and this is painful, just rock your feet. Even if it's just a small movement of your knees, again, you can increase that heart rate. There you go, brilliant. Come on. You're so much more than you even gave yourself credit for, and you're beginning to feel it. You're beginning to realize you've wasted years not believing enough in you and listening to people that don't care as much about you as you care about you. And if you don't care about you, let's go back to my First message, and if you didn't care, you wouldn't be here, but love it. Good, step back on the floor. Last 30 seconds, here we go. So again, love it. Love the feeling, love the challenge, love yourself. Love how great you are, because maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, a week ago, you couldn't do what you were doing now, and nothing has changed your ability except your desire and belief that you can get in and do this. And you can. Good, we're almost there. Here we go, 3 seconds, 2, 1, and stop. Good, what I want you to do is just rock slightly side to side slowly. My foot is slightly coming off the ground. What we're doing is we're bringing the heart rate down. We're getting the body to come back to a slower motion and feeling, you'll feel the endorphins of energy working around your body, and it's almost like they want to keep going. I know some people say, I don't want to keep going, I want to stop. But the endorphins want to be fed. And doing this type of exercise, nice and relaxed, safely, with softness on the feet, is great because the energy continues to build. All right, we're going to go into the warm-up. Before we do that, please grab a drink of water. You just worked pretty hard for those 3 minutes. Grab the water. And let me tell you this, for some of you that are in there, this will be a little bit of advanced in there. And I will tell you that everything comes from confidence on the board. So just practice getting on and off the board. Practice rocking it faster. This is one of the exercises I used to do with Bob, which was go in here and rock as fast as you can. Go as fast as you can sideways in here. Your brain's activating, your fast twitch muscle fibers are working, your legs are working, and then you'll step back off of the ground, and the ground feels great. But now look what happens when I go slow, or when I'm doing my little walks. It's so much slower that my confidence is huge. I mean, it's massive. And so that's why I love that exercise, feet on 2 and 2. In fact, let's do it. Come and do this with me right now. Step up on 2 and 2 and just rock, because we are taking our heart rate down. I don't want to bring the heart rate back up again too much, because we were going to a cool down mode, but just do it with me one time. Are you ready? Here we go. Rocking side to side. Begin to speed it up. Feel safe. Only go as fast as you feel safe, but feel that edge of safety. There we go. How fast can you rock it now? Hold on to those handles. Push in and rest. Good, my heart rate went back up again. So let's step back off of the board. Now, I'm going to ask you to go do something. Get another drink of water, but I want you to come and take one pole out. Understand? You're going to get the red clip key and take one pole out. I'm going to grab my quick drink of water. Back. Let's come and grab. I'm going to take my right pole out, because I would use my finger. This is the board I took yesterday with me to the doctors, and I forgot to put the clip key back in the holder. So luckily it's easy to do. Okay, what I want you to do, find a good comfortable position, and I want you to take the pole in front of you, hold it and just twist side to side. So we're in here, just nice and easy, loosening up that waist. There you go, good. 2 more, 1, 2. Now bring it down. Now what I want you to do is lift your right arm up like you're doing this, just working side to side, and notice as you do this how your shoulders begin to loosen up. There's no pressure on the shoulders. We're just rotating through a side, and again, nice and relaxed. It's not a workout. We're not really lifting any weight. We're just loosening that body. Good. 1 more, left up, and bring it back down. Good. Now, next one I want you to do, bring the pole and bring it to your chest. Now, if I look from the side, notice how your shoulders, your elbows, sorry, come back. If I go here, look how my shoulders drop. But when I go here and just hold it and pull it a little bit against my chest, notice how your back muscles are working. So just by holding it here, my back muscles are working. Now drop it down. We're going to do 3 of these. Bring it back up and pull those shoulders back so you can feel the muscles in your back tightening up. This is great for posture. And the last one, bring it here. Pull those shoulders back and drop it down. Now just roll those shoulders out. There you go. Good. And relax it down. Now the next one, I'm going to take the pole and carefully put it right behind your head in here. Now again, this is another stretcher out here for your back. And what I want you to do is bend, take your legs slightly further apart and just rock side to side. Great exercise for your lower back. But I believe this is a warm-up that a lot of golfers do, just to loosen up that back before they start swinging. Now, I'm going to show you a little exercise. Don't do this one with me yet. We'll do this another day. But you can get on the board when you're comfortable and you can start doing this same exercise and feel where your pressure is. Bob used to do this one before he went back to playing golf. And it really helps with your balance on the tee or when you're taking shots to not be rocking on your heels or your toes. Great exercise for that as well. Okay, take the pole. You can slide it to the side if you want. And what I want you to do now is take it behind you. And all you're going to do here is push it away and back. Push it up and back. And what we're doing here, we're stretching out the front of the shoulder. We're stretching out the chest. We're also helping our posture because we're working to lift it. We're working the muscles up here that will make you the trapezius muscles that, again, when they tighten backwards and the rhomboids which come down the center, you're able now to loosen up that front and create the posture for you standing. It's very hard to go forward and lift back. You have to lift up, your chin up, your head up, and just go back into here. Good. Now from here, all I want you to do is just twist side to side. Now if you notice in here, as you're twisting side to side, your shoulders have to be pulled back. So if I can't pull my shoulders forward and rock, so now I'm upright, I'm twisting side to side, and this will help with your posture again, and at the same time loosening up the lower back. So again, we get a movement as we change direction, our posture is still upright. Excellent. So now bring the pole back to the front. Great little exercise in here as well. If your thighs are a little tight, and we're going to do this really light today because I want to stretch out, take the pole and just push it down your thigh. It's kind of like a massage, and you can feel it. Don't push hard. It's just enough to, again, work that muscle and feel the lactic acid that builds up as we get tired or the muscles are working, and just push it out. Let's go to the other leg. Bring your left leg forward and just push the pole gently, not hard, just gently. Now, again, if you have blood thinners, if you have sensitive, delicate skin, be very careful with this one because, again, it may make you bruise, which I'm very aware of, but at the same time, if you just do it soft, you can even put it on the muscle and just push a little bit into here, especially if you feel you've got a knot. It's kind of like your own personal massage that's going on, and you can adjust the pressure to loosen up those muscles. Good, excellent. Now, next one I want you to do is take the pole above your head, feet apart, and just lean to the side. Come back up, 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 two more, lean to the side, feel that stretch. And last one, feel that stretch, come back up. And that is the end of the pole cool down. We're just going to cool the legs down a little bit more. But I hope you felt that one and realized the board continues to evolve into so many different home workout and growth opportunities where it's not just a board you stand on. This has so many functions to it. So I want to go back to the calves one more time. Push the board to the right. Put the pole back in. I forgot to say that, so put the pole back in. Take your right foot, push it on the edge and stretch it. Ah, feels good. Come back. Take the left foot, push it into this. There's the timer. And push back. I never stop because of time. I stop because it's the right time to stop. The timer gives me an idea of where we should be. And last one, left foot over here. Good. And step back. What I want you to do is put your hands on the poles, bend your knees slightly, drop your body. So I'm in this position. And what I want you to do is slowly straighten your legs. So you're here and slowly straighten those legs and feel that stretch. I'm going to turn that off so it doesn't bug you. Being a coach for so many years, I'm used to timers and everything going off. Referees, whistles, all the different stuff, so maybe it doesn't bug me. And also I'm here, so I'm not listening to it through a phone or through a computer. Good, and stand back up. Now take your feet slightly further apart, same thing. Bend forward, legs are bent, knees are bent. Now slowly straighten those legs and push slightly forward onto the balls of your feet. Your heels are still on the ground, but if you push back on your heels, you'll feel it in the back of your knees. If you push forward onto your toes, you'll feel it more in the hamstring, back leg, upper back leg. Good. Roll up. Come, just kick your heels up behind you. So we just finished stretching out those quads. Brilliant. And that is the second last one. Take the hands, roll them around. They're in front of you. Rock them side to side. Go up and down. Hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye. And that is the end of the workout. So thanks so much. Thanks so much for being here on that workout. I'm going to go back and see a long exercise, a long workout today. But again, I really want to keep this where we're progressing, where we're learning. Education for me is everything. I'm always trying to learn more to see how I can help people. The more I understand, the more I can find things that will help specific situations or people that are having sticking points. And we know sticking points are the place where people quit. That's where they stop believing in themselves. And the more I can help, the more chance there is of success, because I want you to understand how powerful you are. This is not about the 60 up. This is about you. And the 60 up is a tool that helps you refine yourself, refine your power. I had a situation where I was really challenged in life, where I had to decide what it was that I wanted. And I felt like giving up. And as I went to give up, a little voice inside my head said, Dan, the pilot light is still on. I'll never forget that moment. The pilot light is still on. It may not be burning a bright flame, but it's not ready to go out yet. Reignite and let that pilot flame set everything on fire. Let your life become warm and full. And so many people will watch and go, oh, Dan's so positive. We all have suffered at different times, but it's our ability to get up and keep going and realize your pilot light is still on. It's still burning. That means there's a reason, there's a cause, there's a purpose. Never give up, especially if you don't believe in yourself, because you are so powerful and can do so much. So again, I really appreciate you being here. Want to go back and just put some, Amy said, you're so funny. Amy, you must have had laughing gas going on, because you think, people say, Dan, your jokes aren't funny. I have to live with me. So imagine that. I have these jokes in my head all the time. I say things, it's not funny. I live with it. But thanks so much. And perfectly afterwards, there's Ginny Laughinghouse. So good to see you here, Ginny. And like I said, I always love your name, because laughter is the greatest medicine. Bob, when you go up on your toes and then you go into a deep knee bend, that really strengthens your legs. That's great. Again, great point. And I know, Bob, I've seen you do these so many times. And that really helps with standing out of chairs, going up and down stairs as well. And that's a great tip that you gave there for everyone. Thanks. Mark Kravitz, I'm sure you're not still watching, Mark, but Mark's a genius. So great to see you here, Mark, as well. Jen, hope you're doing well. Hope those spasticity exercise for your wrist helped a little bit, and keep doing them, because results come over time. But great to see you here. Pat, always great to see you here. Amy, you can see the ballet raining in that exercise. I wish ballet was raining on me. I love ballet. I love going and watching the ballet, because I appreciate how hard it is to do. But I know you meant training. But thanks so much. Yeah, it's again, so much of what I teach is because of the training that I had through ballet, through dance, because balance is incredible. Pat, you just got back from PT. Is that Barnum? Did you go to the circus? You went to PT Barnum? I thought they were closed down now. But anyway, are you going to do this later on replay? Absolutely. Let me know how it's gone. And I know what you mean by PT. I was with a physical therapist yesterday too. Great to see you here, Pat. Bob, great session. No other product has such a variety of exercises. You learned a bunch today. Absolutely. And again, that's what's the beautiful. I have over 300 exercises on here. And yet I'll see Kathy and Debbie will come up with new things as well, because it's down to your creativity and figuring out what's the end result I want, and then doing the exercises to help you achieve it. I was talking with Dr. Dan yesterday and with Tom as well, great guy. And we were talking about how you've got to have a dream. It's not enough just to say, I just want to walk again. I want to walk again because I want to balance again, because I want to be able to go and take that trip. Because before every great breakthrough is a greater breakdown. That's where most people stop. And I talk about how the goal has to be greater than the pain it takes to achieve it. And all of you are going through some form of pain emotionally, physically, so challenged because we can't easily do what we used to do easily. And so important that we set our goals. What is it you want to do? Climb to the top of that hill by your house again and look at the amazing view. Go to the beach and walk the boardwalk. Hi out there to Frank and Eileen, if you're watching this at some point. I want to come and walk that boardwalk with you one day out in New Jersey. And then all these different things. Set your goals high and then tap into that greatness that you have. Vicky, you agree you're in better condition physically than I have been your entire life. Now that is incredible, because I know you started from a tough point. And I would have to say, for so many of you as well, it's not just physically, I would say it's mentally, physically. In other words, you believe in yourself, you see progression. You now don't limit yourself to your end result. You believe each day, I can get a little bit better. And that emotional energy, I saw it with Bob. Bob, you can say as well, you know, there were times you come in and didn't know, because you've been doing physical therapy for 3 times a week for over a year, and you were still declining. And it's hard to keep believing in the future when you don't feel a progression. But the difference I saw in Bob, I would say, was even more emotionally and mentally than I saw physically, because life was suddenly worth living, because there's a better tomorrow. And if there's a better tomorrow, you can start setting plans and let that creativity go and do things you never thought you'd do again. And that's a gift. It's a gift. Thanks so much for being here, Bob. Absolutely. Always great to have you here. And again, I know joining in with these classes for anybody, I don't mind whether it's Bob, whether it's me, whether it's Wendy at 60 up in the customer service, doing the exercises, you'll never get worse. So thanks, Vicky. I look forward to you. Let me know how it goes as well, Vicky. I hope you enjoy this. So Amy, you had to stop the shingles shot. Try saying that fast, the shingles shot. The shingles shot effects got to me, but you'll keep watching. Listen, you got to do what's right for you and do it at the right timing. And I'm proud of you for stopping and not fighting through, because you want to make sure that your body's strong enough to absorb and take in. And there's no point draining yourself and getting less results or suffering more. You'll know when it's time to join back in again. So I'm proud of you for stopping, because we've got to be smart. I've always said it's not about being the hardest worker. It's about being the smartest worker and adding hard work to that. It's a great job. Beth, oh, I like this. That's great. At some point, give us some strengtheners for walking backwards. When you fall, it's usually because you didn't move your feet backwards fast enough. I love that. So I'm going to come up with some exercises. Never done that before. I will come up with some exercises for moving backwards faster. And I know they'll be great. And I know you're going to be able to do them. So really excited about that one. Thank that one. Yeah, thanks for giving that. I love it. When you guys ask me questions, I get excited because it challenges me to help you. And that's what I love. So Bob, love to stop. You're tired. Wow, that's, yeah, that's awesome. So keep going. Betsy, thumbs up. When there's a thumbs up to you from you, Betsy, that means it's a positive. That means I went from a C grade to a C plus grade. I'm working hard, Betsy, because I want an A plus from you one day. Larry, God bless you, my friend. yes, it's hard. I don't get into political stuff. We all have our own views, but I look at it this way. It's only going to be as bad as we allow it to be. In other words, if we go in with a negative attitude, I look at the fight that's gone on the last 4 years, and I'm not going to get political, but I've seen so many people take themselves down because they're fighting something that that we have so little control over. And the people at the top, they don't know my name. They're not reaching out, Dan, how are you feeling today? They're doing what fits their agenda. And if I allow that to affect me, instead of looking at what's around me and the most I can make out of it, then absolutely I will have a miserable time. And when you're miserable, your body reacts. So I look at it and say, whatever happens and whoever ends up winning, and I know that they've got the count right now, and then there's the fight going on, that is irrelevant to my life as much as enjoyment and happiness. So there's a great story. Let me tell you this one real quick. A teacher says to the kids, okay, I want you to go home this weekend, and goes, I want you to come back on Monday and tell me exactly what it is that you want to be when you're older. So they come back on Monday and they say, okay, who wants to tell me? And Henry puts it, Henry, what do you want to be? Oh, when I grow up, I want to be a doctor because I want to help people. And the teacher goes, Henry, that's fantastic. That's great. Who else? So Mary puts her hand up. Yes, Mary, what do you want to be? She goes, when I grow up, I want to be a school teacher because you've helped me so much and I want to help other kids become really educated. Oh, Mary, that's great. So then she puts the hand up, and little Elizabeth puts her hand up and she goes, yes, Elizabeth, what do you want to be? She goes, Miss, when I grow up, I want to be happy. And the teacher looks at her and goes, Elizabeth, I don't think you understood the question. And Elizabeth looks at the teacher and goes, teacher, I don't think you understand life. And so that always gets me, because happiness has to be our end destination, and getting out of other people's turbulence and getting into our own jet stream will allow us to affect more people by being positive and happy than it will by being negative and angry and fighting. So didn't mean to get onto that one, but absolutely, I believe in the greatness of everybody, and we need to tap in and support the greatness. And again, I want this country to be great. Bob, Bob says, bye. See you next time. I'm going back to bed. That's brilliant, Bob. That's incredible. Hey, I don't even know if you got out of bed, Bob. Maybe you just put the board on your bed and put your feet up and we're doing the exercises. So that's awesome. Jessica, great. Thanks for being here. I think it went over an hour, but best to everyone. That's great, Jessica. I know you're always sending love to everybody from our customer service area. And thank you for all the great work you did. Chad, you're awesome as always. Thanks so much. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Don't forget Kathy tomorrow, 9 a.m. She's fantastic. And again, I love how unique we all are. Debbie's fantastic. We have such, great care for you, and the knowledge behind that care is impacting. Beth, thank you so much for being here. And you teach me lessons every day as well. I've got to keep my standard up because I want to make sure that I'm serving all of you. Betsy, thank you so much. And have a beautiful day. And thank you for the work you've done for many years, educating people, being an educator. Great analogy with the pilot light. Amy, hold on to that. The pilot light is burning. I went through that. I experienced it where I wanted to put that pilot light out, but there was still more to do, and I had to find out what it was that I was meant to do on this earth. And you guys are a part of that mission that I'm on, and thank you so much. You had to do the pole exercise. This is George. You had to do the pole exercise sitting down because of balance. That's fine. See, that's what I love. You found a solution. And whenever there's a problem, we find a solution. So that's fantastic. And I hope it helped a little bit in there. And look, I can do those pole exercises sitting. I almost did, but because I told everyone to put their chair away, I didn't want to say, okay, get the chair back out again. But fantastic. Good on you, George, for finding a solution and still doing it. And you're doing the tapping really hard because of the drop foot neuropathy. Don't worry. Yesterday, I went and met with a lovely little lady, Mrs. Green, down in San Diego, who was scared to get on the board. And I spent half an hour. I was going down to meet these doctors. I spent half an hour with Mrs. Green in her house. Got her up on the board and got her feeling more confident. But every time she'd go to do the tapping, oops, and I'm like, don't say the oops. You're amazing, right? The oops is because you're judging yourself, not rewarding yourself, complimenting yourself. Oops, I got it wrong. No, you didn't get it wrong. You're taking the next step to getting it right. And that's perfect, right? Not right. Right is just doing it. So the fact that you're doing it, George, keep going. You will continue to get results. They may be really slow, but it doesn't matter the speed. It matters that you're getting better. You know, if you start at 0 and you go to 1% improvement, that 1% doesn't feel like much, but it's leading to 2, and that 2's leading to 4 and 6, and all the ways that we're going along. So keep doing it, mate. Yeah, Ildi, thanks so much. It's great having you here. I know, again, you know, I love Debbie. I know you love Debbie, so that's fantastic. You can't believe the versatility of the workouts. The getting up from the chair was hard for me, but it's an important piece for you to work on. Absolutely, and it's so simple. That's the beautiful thing. Go and look on YouTube and look at chair workouts as well. I have wheelchair workouts and chair. I did it in a wheelchair, but it's for wheelchair or the chair. They're the same workouts. I did it in a wheelchair so that people would believe if they're in a wheelchair, they can do it, and it's for them. And if people are in chairs, they'll know, well, if they can do it in a wheelchair, I can do it on a chair. So it's all positive energy. But go and watch those ones as well, because they will help you with that standing up. I've got specific exercises for standing up in there as well. But again, Bob went through them. Bob Eubanks went through this. He couldn't get up out of a chair. Just doing the exercises is going to be incredible. Just keep working. Great to see you here, and thanks for being part of this. Jen, hi, great to see you. Always great to see you. I saw you came on a little bit early. It's nice to see hi as well. I said hi to you back then as well, always. Pat, I'm glad you're laughing. I don't know what you're laughing at, but I was serious this whole workout. There was nothing funny. I know people are signing off right now, so have a beautiful day if I haven't said goodbye to you. Ildi, when you had the shingles shot a week ago, you got the chills and couldn't warm up for hours. It was so bad, I almost went to the emergency room. I'm glad you survived, glad you were smart. Again, like I said, rest, take it easy, and there's no rush for tomorrow. Just getting better. Amy goes, oh no, now we're spreading the fear. No, we're not spreading the fear. You're giving honesty and truth as to what's going there. And so again, just look after yourself and rest. Again, your body's going through that little bit of injections and different stuff going on. The body's got to accept it. So again, be smart. Stay hydrated too. Hydration's critical. Pat, thank you always. Thank you, Pat, always. Love to you and hope that you have a fantastic day. Beth, again, same to you. I don't know what the yeah thanks is to, but I will say yeah thanks for being here and being part of this incredible family community. You guys are awesome. Mona, great to see you here as well. Thanks so much. And hope that goes on and you come back and join us again. Keep going, because you're going to get the results, and that's what's so beautiful. We're helping you become the best you for today, tomorrow, and many years to come. Jen, no, I start at 9 o'clock now. I was on at 9 o'clock again today. I don't know if there's a glitch with you coming in, but Debbie Siebers starts at 9:30 on Monday and Friday. And so that's the 9:30. And then those are the bookends of the Monday, Friday weekday workouts, because Debbie does another one on Saturdays, which is great. And then 9 o'clock is myself, Wednesday, Kathy, and Thursday, myself. So you're not getting me at 9 o'clock. It's hard for me to say why. I know Facebook glitches a little bit, and I'm sorry you couldn't get me at 9 o'clock, because I always love having you here. But other people were on at 9, and I know my mum had the same issue. She came on the other day and had the same issue, not being able to get on and find me. I'm going to continue to work with our tech team and see if we can figure out why that's going on. But it's a Facebook issue and again, they've gone through a lot of changes because of the election, and so they've changed their format a lot. So I'm really sorry. But I am on at 9 o'clock each day. So Tuesday, Thursdays for me. Anyway, this has been almost an hour and a half now. Thanks so much for being here. Love to you guys. Have a fantastic Tuesday, terrific Tuesday. And remember, Kathy tomorrow, myself on Thursday, both at 9 o'clock, and then Debbie on Friday. We're here to support you. Have a fantastic rest of the day and rest of the week. And if I don't see you before then, know that we're always sending our love. Take care. Bye-bye.